Welcome to Dove and Dragon Radio. I'm your host, M.L.Ruscsak. I'm here with special guest, an author, the author known as Link. Welcome.
Hey, hello, everybody. Glad to be here.
Now, you have a little bit going on behind you, and I bet that's for your fraternity that you're a part of.
Yeah, the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
So yeah, we always want to give them a little bit of a shout out too.
Yes, we do. We do.
So, but we're here actually to talk about your second book, My Brother's Shield, the secret. Give me the title, please. I don't have it in front of me, and I completely forgot the title.
Secret Soldier.
I wanted to say that. I'm not.
Secret Two Brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, me and you went back and forth in the title. I know this title by heart. But this is radio, right? We have this thing that called brain malfunctions, but this takes place after the original.
Yes, exactly. It jumps right in, actually. Picks up right off from the last scene when Pam is kidnapped right out of her home. Well, I should say abducted, because you have to be a child to be kidnapped. So she's abducted right out of her home, and Jordan is in turmoil and disbelief, and everything is falling apart. That he feels everything is falling apart.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you take it from a fictional and put it into reality, because this does happen in reality, unfortunately, the
Correct.
Thoughts that go through your head at that point, what do you do?
Man, as sitting from a therapeutic side point, you got to control yourself. You got to get your breathing, everything under control, and try to focus. But in all reality, you're all over the place. Your heart is beating. You're, if not sweating, your thoughts are rattled, and you're in despair.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of picture yourself in that situation. And keep in mind, he just came back from a crazy night of law enforcement activities, a shootout, I believe, witness interrogations, people dying. He's coming home from that to sit back and digress and hopefully to be with his wife after being gone from working, and then come home and find his house in disarray and his wife gone.
Right. So you're completely going from a horrible day at work in law enforcement, no less, having a horrible, awful day there, coming home, now you are a part of the crime scene.
Exactly.
So
it's hard to transition. Well,
being a family member of former law enforcement, you have to have that decompression when you're home. If you don't have that, you're all over the place. And going into a fictional character, you can actually go into what am I doing? Do I call the police? Great, I am the police. And, all this crazy other stuff going on.
And I can speak for a lot of brother officers. In that point, you look like, oh, I got to take care of this myself, because you are the police, and you're feeling that I'm the only one to take care of this because I'm the one who knows what's going on. And that comes from you being in your fight and flight situation. The blood that's supposed to be comfortably in your brain said it's now going to your vital organs, which is in your center's console of your body. So you have less blood flow, less oxygen to get to your brain, and you're not making conscious decisions all at the same time.
Exactly. So we have Jordan now going through this. He's taken over when realistically he should be calling for help, but we know he doesn't.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
He tries to, I think at one point he does have a moment where he makes a phone call, and it's to his best friend, his partner, Agent Tyler. But at that point, he just breaks down. And Tyler doesn't even know what to say or do, because Tyler's already lost a dear and close partner prior to Jordan becoming part of the team. And now he's there witnessing the despair and feeling of loss from his now partner Jordan. So he really don't know what to do, but just sit there and be an open ear.
Right. So we have all these things going on, but is this leading into book 3?
I believe I haven't decided how I'm gonna come about the next book,
Okay.
but I'm thinking I'm leaning towards it, but I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, we can live with undecided because we still are waiting a lot of feedback that we need from the readers, which is why we have the show, right?
Correct.
We need to know if the readers want to continue with the story, that once you get into, you're like, no, this can't happen, but wait, it does happen.
Right. And I kind of left an outlet at the end to where it can transition into another book, or we can probably end the story, the whole ordeal right there. But like you said, let's see what the readers will suggest from their feedback, because feedback is always good.
Mm-hmm. Feedback is always what authors need. The good, the bad, the ugly, we want to hear it.
Exactly.
So
and I'm in that point in my life now. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you're at this point of the life where what?
Where I feel that whatever feedback I get back, it's not going to be detrimental. I'm always going to use it as that learning tool to help me be the better writer.
Right. That's exactly what writing is. It's whatever the feedback is, it helps us grow. It's not a personal attack on the author, the good, the bad, the ugly. It is a learning tool.
Right. Hold on for a quick second.
Not a problem.
Okay.
Gotta love technology, right?
Yes.
But no, the feedback we need is, do we write the next book in the series, or do we write something else? Do we go from another voice of another character that may be overshadowed and tell their story?
True. And like I said, several ways we can do that, because I do got some ideas I want to put together. Like there's definitely gonna be a book 3 of some kind, whether it be the continuation of the story or even something new.
Right. It could be a novella. It could be something new. It could be still a crime drama. It could be anything under the sun. We just don't know yet.
Right.
So where we're talking about doing things, what are you doing to promote yourself to get new ideas?
Again, I'm that kind of writer. I like to always put true events into whatever I may write. So looking over current events I'm currently either working on or that's happening around me, even here in the city of Las Vegas. Try to bring it into perspective, or look at some other avenues from that's already happened in my past of true events that I can create another story from.
I mean, you can look at any point of Las Vegas and come up with a story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Sin City is full of interesting stories that are yet to be told.
That is true. That is very much true.
You can just look and create a story out of watching people at this point.
And that's funny. You see so many, even with the TikTok videos that you may see on your phones, it has something there. Current and old relevant news. And then I say that because today a friend of mine I have worked with years ago. He was killed today.
I'm sorry.
Um, he was in his police vehicle on the highway. One of the beams fell onto his car as he was driving over the freeway.
Oh my, that hits really,
So
really
a lot of the
close to home.
officers here are in mourning about that. Because like at any time we can be called home. Anytime.
Yeah, that really hits close to home. We see so many things going on with our police across the country. And that's one of the things that really hits home right now.
Right.
It can happen at any time. It could be anything. There's a lot of crazy in the world right now.
That is true. With the shootings, schools, everything from Buffalo to Texas. So it's a lot, like you say, it's going on.
It is. I mean, in an author sense, we can take what we're seeing and make wonderful stories from how to create this and make sense of it. But at the same time, at a personal level, you go, what is going on in the world today?
Right. This world we live in has changed.
Yes.
We're hoping for the better, but in some aspects, it's just changing quicker than some would want.
Very true. And possibly not in the way that we want.
Exactly.
But we need our fiction out there so we can teach people how to get back to what we need them to be.
And a good story is always good.
Mm-hmm.
And I say that because it helps you relax from your day-to-day activities
Mm-hmm.
and bring your comments to an equilibrium.
Exactly. So we have the book that we have out. You have what's going on with the Omega Pi Society right now.
Make a sci-fi.
Yeah.
Well, basically we are, well, we just gave away a scholarship to several students within the Las Vegas area. I believe it was nine individuals won scholarships from our fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
Every year we put together different events to draw in fundraising funds so we can give away this annual scholarship to help those individuals, those seniors who graduate, go on to the next level of their career of education. And this year we was able to give away 9 from the Las Vegas area.
That is awesome. I love watching what you're doing on social media with the society because it is a brotherhood and it is helping others. It's rising people up that need it.
Yeah.
It's giving back to everything and putting good back into the universe.
Correct. And like I say, outside of this food drives, we're also working with that. And we also work with, the different politicians with their campaigns. And that way of a community aspect, those voters who cannot get to the voting polls, whether it be transportation problems or the elderly are unable to make it on time, we assist with that too, getting them to their destinations to help give their right to vote in the community of their favorite candidate. So we do things of that right now because we have an election going on, and that was one of the aspects we was working on as well.
Yeah, I think I've seen something about it on social media somewhere, a few elections going on.
Yeah.
we won't get into the politics of it because it's up to the people to vote for who they want to.
That's true.
But at the same time, it's about getting out to the vote. It doesn't matter who you're voting for because that's a personal decision, but it's getting out there or having the means to have a connection to be able to vote.
And see what else we the fraternity has done.
I think there's something called the Omega Pi Psi Authors Club or something like that.
That's right. One of my chapter brothers, I have to give a shout out to him, Jerry Holiday. he put together this event. The first session was in November, where he finds an author within the Brotherhood. It doesn't have to be in Las Vegas, it could be anywhere, because our fraternity is internationally known, meaning not only in just the US, but other countries such as Canada, the military bases in Japan, Afghanistan, all over.
Mhm.
And he come up with at least 4 authors each session that give them a chance to put their book on debut and give ideas how to become an author, or give assistance in writing certain books in certain writing styles.
Exactly. Each author within this has a different writing style. Some are motivational, self-help, some of them are business, some of them are like you with the crime drama. I've seen a lot of great authors within this since November.
Yeah, and I believe we had so I think it's another session. I believe it's going to either be today or tomorrow, or what? I can't remember when this next one is, but it's coming up soon.
It's usually on Fridays.
Right. So it might be today that
It
we have
might be.
another session.
I try to stay up to date what's going on, because who knows, you might see a new author coming to Tree and Press that's part of Omega Pi Psi.
Yes, definitely. And it is, and it's a good avenue branch, because some of our brothers are very new at writing,
Mhm.
or some has been writing for a while but need that connection. And it's always good to have that bridge, building bridges between different entities.
It is. We want this sense of community. That's what fraternities are supposedly all about, is building a community
Correct.
and keeping those connections that you make in college through your entire life.
And I can say it's been very helpful to myself, as well as the careers I've chosen.
I mean, if I look at your career as a person, it has shown in what you do, from I believe Ohio State to what you did in Cleveland to now what you're doing in Las Vegas. It shows.
Thank you. It's been a journey, not an easy one, but it's been a journey, that's for sure. A lot of supporting people in my background that kept me afloat, because it has not been easy. You, of course, you being one of them.
Thank you. I mean, we all have to push one another to up to the next level that we need to be at. Keeping those smiles on your face and keeping you going forward.
Right. So I want the readers to know that with this new book coming out, or that's already out, that the action has not decreased at any amount. It's very captivating. I've been told, even from some people who have read it already, that it still has that feeling where a movie's being played in your mind. So I'm guaranteed readers, fans, you guys will love this book.
Oh, I know they will. They have to read the first book to understand everything that's going on in the second book. No.
True.
If you just pick it up and go the first chapter or two, you're going to be like, wait, what? What is going on?
Right.
You have to read the first book to understand the second book. That is instrumental in this. But once you get into the 2 books combined, you're going to want more.
Yes. And like I say, I'm working on a topic or how I want to proceed, but I want to keep everybody fulfilled.
It takes time, and being an author, it could take a year to write a book. It can take 10 years. There is no such time limit at when you need to put out the next book.
And that's true, because this book, the second one, it was 2 years.
It was 2 years.
From yeah. And that had a lot to do with the pandemic, and other things that was going on, especially in my career work.
Right, because you do have a
And
day
I know you
job.
ask me sometimes, how did I find a way?
Exactly. It's when you have a day job, then you have family. It's not why did it take so long? Is how did you find enough hours to actually do this and do it right?
And I can remember sometimes coming home from a long day of work, or in addition spending time with family, I found myself up late just working then,
Mhm.
finding that little time there, or maybe some downtime at work whenever I had some downtime, work a little bit there, So
Yeah.
it's putting pieces here and pieces together, and then with the whole passing of my mom and everything, that was kind of rough as well. So
I
had a lot
remember.
going on.
Yes,
A lot
which
going
is
on.
why this book is dedicated to your mom.
Yes, it is. Wonderful, wonderful lady who kept me inspired and focused. She helped me understand what structure is. Without structure, you have chaos.
And I
with
see,
chaos,
yeah.
yes,
Yeah, we see the chaos, and we see the need for structure, and our parents are great at showing us when we need more structure or more chaos, because in chaos gives us stories.
that's true. And as I was about to say about that, yeah, with the chaos, you have these stories, which can be very educational as well,
Mhm.
because it's always that she had a say that she always told me: nothing makes a failure but a try. So you can never fail without trying. And within your triumph comes a story. And that story could be told in many different venues in many different ways.
That is very true. So we're almost out of time. So where can our listeners and our readers find you?
Of course, I could be found on social media. It's called Meta, but still Facebook. I'm tweeting for the older generation. Also on Instagram. And I'm gonna try to hit a few venues. One you're working on as we speak now.
Yes, we are. We're working on the Access Author event in Haywood, California in October. So we are working on getting that planned out and everything out there. Now, there is another event. I know you're not going to be there. However, your books may be. And that is the romance, it's called 3R22 in Knoxville, Tennessee. And any readers out there, the autographed editions of Link's books can be bought today online, autographed by Link, and you can pick them up at Knoxville, Tennessee on August 15th.
Perfect. Love the readers, love the fans. Without them, there would be no me.
Exactly. You would be able to pick those up at the Treant book booth at the R22 event. See, you didn't even know about that one, did you?
I did not. Life is full of surprises.
They are. I love getting surprises on this show. But thank you so much for your time today.
I appreciate being here, and it's always a pleasure talking with you. And I hope everything's going well with you, and be talking with you soon.
We will be doing that. And for our viewers and our listeners, happy reading.